from there. Bardia, thank you for joining me today on Pop Culture Unplugged.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Exciting times, our friend. We have Netflix's Incoming. We see you as Koosh. We're gonna jump into the movie in a few minutes, but there was one question that I wrote down that I wanted to start off with. I saw that you started acting at a young age, and your father was a big influence to you. Tell us a little about that. What made you get into the acting world? What kind of influence did he put on you where you wanted to go for this?
Yeah, definitely. So my dad was an actor and a filmmaker in Iran,
Okay.
and I was very young at the time. And he started bringing me to sets, and I just fell in love with the industry and everything they do. So slowly, I got into the acting industry, and that's where it all became a
Wow.
snowball effect.
What are some of the movies that you fell in love with or TV shows that even pushed you more to this day?
Definitely a lot of films about making films.
Okay.
Those really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's great.
Yeah.
Um, this one isn't really about making films, but La La Land has a lot of. I always love that one. But stuff related to like incoming that really drew me into this role was definitely super bad. It
Oh
really,
yeah, that reminds me a lot of that movie. You're
yeah,
right.
it really mirrors this movie, and I love it.
Yeah. Now that you got your hands on a little comedy, what's the dream role for you? Any other like you hope you get your hands on one someday?
I definitely really enjoy drama roles or still comedy roles. Comedy roles I really love. Um, just I don't know, it's something about that movie Superbad. As soon as I read the bio for this movie, I've clicked and I fell in love with it.
How upset are you that we haven't seen a sequel to Superbad?
Oh man, I feel like I'm really not that upset really because sometimes movies they come out with sequels and then it just like it
Yeah.
it decreases, but sometimes like the new Deadpool movie really every movie was great.
That's right. So let's jump into Incoming. This is one of your first features that you how did you become part of this? Did you originally go in for Kush or was it for somebody else?
I was picked for Koosh and I was it was a really long process. It was definitely a lot of callbacks, a lot of auditions, a lot of meeting with different people. But in the end, it was just for Koosh.
What was the description that you were given for him? And was this a live audition at first? Was it self-tape? How did that start off?
This was, if I'm pretty sure, this was after COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, it was after COVID. So everything was mostly self-tapes. And I did the self-tapes. And afterward, I got a call back. I met up with some producers and I met up with some other people that were super nice. So it was half and half. It was sometimes live, it was sometimes just me recording and sending over.
Mm. What was the description you were given for Kush?
Koosh was he's like cocky. He's not really in the friend group. And like he's going back to Superbad, sorry.
That's okay.
He's kind of like the McLovin of the group. He's like the outcast, but he's trying to fit in. But yeah,
Did you find easy playing this character? Any challenges?
definitely a lot of stuff he does in the movie is kind of it was definitely easy to open up with this character because a lot of the stuff I could relate to
Yeah.
because it was for freshmen going to high school and I was once a freshman and I know that feeling of having some friends but then still trying to spread out and be yourself but
Mm.
also trying to fit in. So it definitely helped me attain the role.
Like we see throughout the movie too, you're like you kind of like look up to your brother, but at the same time you're like it's like a shadow. You're waiting for like to be part of the
Yeah.
group and everything. The social scenes, how did you connect with like this character's journey and like throughout the movie and like try to bring him to life to like make him feel like your own character?
Definitely, because I was trying to fit into my brother's shadow. It
Yeah.
was definitely very I had to it was kind of like fitting in, but then trying to stand out as well, which I had to find this middle ground because it Kush fit in, but he's also trying to stand out. So this
Yeah.
middle ground was really important for me to find to get this role.
What did you love about this character?
Wow, what did I love about this character? He had a lot of flaws, definitely, but he does have a big heart. but he just has to uncover it. But you can tell this person has a lot of potential if he just bees himself and stops being cocky and starts being nice to people.
Is there anything you would change about him if they gave you like, here, change something about him? Is there anything you would change about him?
If I could change something about him, definitely the way he flirts, or definitely the way he tries to get girls is definitely something I would definitely change from him.
We see throughout the movie, he makes some like I wrote down here mistakes and he learns from them and everything. Like, what do you think is some of the message that this movie is trying to show to the audience, like with your character or any other character?
I'd say this movie obviously is a comedy, but it does have its lessons, which I love. And since all four main characters all have kind of a different like storyline,
Yeah.
you definitely see a lot of different resolutions and lessons. Like for me, for Koosh was being himself. That was in a nutshell is him being himself. Like Benji, it's him trying to fit in and putting himself out there because it's his first time in high school. And for um for Ramon and Rafa, they definitely they had to they're like the odd one outs
Mm,
because they're different. They're kind of different. Like Rafa's the small one, and they call him Fetus, and he's trying to not let that be his legacy in high school. It's everyone just trying to put themselves out there.
right. And we see throughout the film too. You mentioned, we have comedy scenes, but we also have, like there's some serious themes in here, like, trying to fit in, peer pressure, identity, like how, as an actor, how did you approach those different parts of the movie?
Definitely, it's a lot coming from my experience as a freshman. One was trying to fit in, one was the peer pressure, one was trying to be yourself. It all, in a nutshell, it all is you just literally just being yourself. Because if if Koosh was in my school, he would probably be hated because he just his personality as being cocky on the outside
Yeah.
isn't really likable, and that's why a lot of people don't like him in the movie. Yeah,
Mm. What's your thoughts on a Koosh spinoff where he becomes a better person in life and you continue on? What do you think?
I would definitely like to see that character development in a spinoff. I would love to see how he just turns from this cocky, self-centered person into like an open and kind, genuine person.
Now, you have a surrounding cast that's fantastic too. Was there anybody in particular that you enjoyed working with or you wish you had more scenes with throughout the movie?
Definitely, all four of my castmates were great. I hung out with them a lot. They were super nice, super kind. One of the greatest ones that I worked with, super nice guy, Ramon. We had some funny scenes. He's super energetic, and he gets on set. He's ready to go, and just his personality, your personality, or your happiness goes up when he comes on set. So that was really nice working with him.
Amazing. Now, I know we mentioned comedy. Was there sometimes like where you guys like improvise some of these scenes or you just kept going because it was funny or
There was some scenes, well, mostly it was to the script.
okay.
Obviously, the John and Dave, they let us branch out. But some improvisations came towards the end of the scenes. Like after we finished all our lines, we could say some like quick like jab joke or something, which
Mm,
I definitely liked.
amazing. How about bloopers? Any bloopers that we're gonna see eventually after the ending of the credits or anything? Have you heard anything?
Definitely there was one with me and Ramon. It was all four of us actually. We were standing and talking about Lauren Gray, Katrina Oriana, and we were talking about her, and I had to turn back to Ramon, and his face when I couldn't stop laughing. We both couldn't stop laughing because his face is so comedic and it's so hilarious. He didn't even have to say anything. He said literally nothing, and I just started bawling laughing.
So I can see something like that happening throughout the film too, when you're filming some scenes that you're gonna laugh. You just start bursting
Definitely.
out. You've had a
Remember.
lot of those too.
Definitely we had a few of them, some with Mason, some with Ramon. I had a few with Rafa. It was a lot of us sitting at the lunch tables in school. Those were really you're gonna find a lot of bloopers from that.
Amazing. What do you hoping the audience gets out of this film once they tune in to watch it? Because you're probably going to get a lot of like the teen, early 20s are going to tune in to watch this. What are you hoping they get out of this film?
Definitely the first is laughs, 100%. This movie is hilarious. The second is the lessons. Like I said before, um, each character has their own conflicts and resolutions, and the lessons are great. And also, I mean, just enjoy the party movie. It's a party movie, and just enjoy the movie because John and Dave's idea of comedy is so like unique to me. Like these party scenes are pretty crazy. When I watch them back, they're really intense.
In other words, you want to get your hands on another role, something like this down the road.
100%, 100%.
Is it? Bardia, how can this was great. How can the listeners and the viewers find you on social media, keep up with you? I know we're a few weeks away from the movie, and I know you'll be posting more pictures.
Yeah, 100%. They can see me on Instagram at Bardia Seiri.
Amazing. Bardia, I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes today. Good luck with the film. Hopefully we see a continuation or even see you in other projects in the future.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Thank you.